Hey guys, today I'm filming in my front yard. It was just such a beautiful day out, I didn't want to be inside filming today, so here we are. Also, please excuse my non-made-up look today. This is my beach makeup. I was at the beach earlier, and yeah, this is kind of like leftovers. So anyways, on to the nail products. I'm really excited to do this video because I am a huge fan of doing my nails. I love doing nails, and I have all my favorite products here to share with you. So I'm going to start with the basics first. So my go-to base coat is Zoya Anchor, and I'm not super picky about base coats, but I always make sure I use a good one because if you don't, you can end up with yellow or stained nails from your nail polish. So I always recommend going with a good one, and I tend to use this one because I use a lot of Zoya nail polishes in general. Now my favorite top coat is Seche Vite, and I've used this for years. I've tried other ones and I just continue to go back to Seche Vite. Now I know that there is a warning on the label, so if that is a concern for you, you might want to check that out, look into it a little more. That's due to certain chemicals that it has in it. Now I did contact Seche Vite about that for a statement, and they did send me a prompt statement, and I will go ahead and post that in the down bar. Favorite nail polish remover, Zoya 3-in-1 Remove Plus. And I have gone back to this over the years as well. I've tried several other ones. I know that some people mentioned that it was causing some peeling for them. I don't believe I've experienced that. I did have some peeling, but that was previous to me actually using this. And since then, my nails have actually stopped peeling, and I've still continued to use this, so I don't think this was the cause of that at all. I believe that that came from using buffers too much, which I stopped using those as well. My favorite nail tool is my crystal glass nail file, which we will talk about more later on in the video. Now if you're trying to get longer nails, I do have a couple of products to share with you. This is my favorite. This is the Nutra Nail Naturals Nail Growth Serum. Absolutely love this. It really does work. It really does help grow your nails longer fast. And I've only gone through that much of it. I've had it for several months now. I use it every time I do a manicure and every time I do a nail treatment. So this stuff is something I'd highly recommend. In case you can't find this, I picked this up at Wholefoods, by the way. I will list where I got everything and how much it cost me in the down bar. Got it at Wholefoods. I wouldn't recommend getting it there because they charge more for everything at Wholefoods. So if you can find it maybe online or somewhere else, I'd go for that instead. Now another product, if you can't find the Nutra Nails anywhere and you don't want to order it online, another one is Sally Hansen Grow Nails Now Vitamin Treatment. I did actually start using this first before I discovered the Nutra Nails, and this did work. It didn't seem to work as fast, but it does work. This one I think is the fastest one I've tried. For stronger nails, I highly recommend Nailtiques Formula 2, and this is a must-have product for me. It is a little expensive, cost me $20 at Walgreens, but it works like a dream. So this is for soft, peeling, bitten, weak, or thin nails. It helps them grow thicker, stronger, and healthier, and I can attest to that. It really does work. It's made my nails be able to withstand a lot more, I'm kind of rough on my nails, so it helps them withstand daily activities and keeps them from chipping and breaking quite so often. It stops the peeling. This is definitely one that I would highly recommend checking out. If you're after whiter and brighter nails, this is my secret, and well, it's not a secret, it's all over the internet really, but it really does work, and I use this all the time. I use it about once a week. So I take hydrogen peroxide, 3%, I take a spoonful of that and I mix it with 3 spoonfuls of baking soda. And that makes a little paste, and I will actually show you how I do this later on in the video. But it makes a paste and I scrub my nails with a toothbrush, and that whitens and brightens like the nail tips, any yellow like staining that you might have or nail polish staining. It helps take that away. It's a good deep cleaning that I would highly recommend doing once a week. For keeping my nails moisturized, I like to use natural oils. I've got some of my favorites out here, starting with coconut oil. I like to get the Dr. Bronner's Fresh Pressed Virgin Coconut Oil, and I like to make sure it's the virgin coconut oil because it still retains all of its nutrients and that nice, sweet, natural coconutty fragrance. Once it's been processed, it loses that natural fragrance and it loses some of its nutrients as well. So I always go with the virgin coconut oil. Another good one is jojoba oil. And of course, Argan Oil, which I use in my hair, and sometimes I use it as a skin moisturizer as well. This is a really good one. And then for oil blends, this is a great one. This is Creative Nail Design Solar Oil, and look at that bottle, it's so cute. It reminds me of a little perfume bottle. So this has a blend of oils. It is a little more pricier, but you get all of the oils mixed in there together. So it's got sweet almond oil, jojoba seed oil, rice bran oil, and vitamin E. So this is a great one. Now those oils I tend to do nighttime treatments with, so I'll let it absorb into my nails and cuticles and hands overnight. But if you're just looking for a quick fix during the day, A nice little cuticle oil or cuticle buttercream is really great to use for on the go. This is the Burts Bees Lemon Butter Cuticle Cream, and this is absolutely delicious. It just smells amazing. I love it. It does have a more waxier texture, so it does take a little time to blend in. It only takes a tiny, tiny bit. Now, if you can't find some of those other oils in your area, this is another one. It's pretty much available everywhere. This is the Sally Hansen Vitamin E Nail and Cuticle Oil. This is a great one, or you could just use just regular vitamin E, which is pretty much in every drugstore as well. Now, I've always felt like if you're going to take care of your nails, you might as well take care of your hands too. They're just as important. So I like to use, I'm getting hair in my mouth. I have 2 hand creams that I like to use and a hand lotion. Or not a hand lotion, a body lotion, but we'll get to that in a minute. So this is the Burt's Bees Almond Milk Beeswax Hand Cream. This is awesome. This stuff smells amazing. It's like sweet almond oil. Oh gosh, it just smells so delicious. And it is like a thick kind of paste, like a very thick cream, so I don't use this during the day. This is not like a daytime hand cream. This I use only for night treatments. Another product is cocoa butter, and this is the current cocoa butter I have. I'll use any of them. Doesn't matter what brand, but this is the Lulu's Chocolate Luscious Body Butter, and this is actually a mix of cocoa butter and coconut oil. And it is pretty thick and oily. You know, so again, I say that only for a nighttime treatment. I don't really wear that on my hands during the day. Just, I let either of those absorb on my hands overnight, rub them into the cuticles, nails, everything, and you wake up with the softest hands ever in the morning. And then for daytime use, I'm not really super picky about like what kind of hand creams I use. I basically just use whatever body cream I'm using. So usually that would be the 100% pure coconut nourishing body cream or the vanilla bean nourishing body cream. Either of those are kind of like my go-to body lotions. Okay, I'm getting chased all over my yard by the sun, so I'm gonna wrap this up. So last but not least, if you want healthy nails, skin, hair, then you gotta look from the inside out, because it starts on the inside with a healthy diet. Make sure you're getting all your vitamins, minerals, nutrients. You can take a multivitamin supplement, and also I like to take another supplement. This is biotin, and that's specifically for healthy skin, hair, and nail support. So that's another option for you. I usually wear my nail polish for 2 to 3 days. It's been about 3 days right now, and you can see my nails have started to grow out. Cuticles are looking a little rough around the edges, and I do have like a little rough edge on my nail here that we need to take care of. So first step is get that nail polish off. So I'm going to use my Zoya 3-in-1 Remove Plus. I'm just going to twist that cap to the right, take my cotton pad, for filing and shaping, I use my crystal glass nail file, and I already did a whole video on these, so I will go ahead and link that video below. So for shaping my nails, I like to keep it kind of a flat shape on top, and I just barely run my nail file across it. So hardly any pressure being applied at all. And then on the edges, I like to keep it slightly rounded. And I only file my nails when necessary. So like whenever there's any rough edges, or maybe I break one or snag one, just to make sure it's all completely smooth. My nails could definitely use a deep cleaning and whitening brightening treatment. So for brightening and whitening my nails, I like to use a solution of hydrogen peroxide 3% and baking soda. And so I take that in a little bowl, any non-metallic bowl, plastic or whatever, just make sure it's not metal, and then a plastic spoon. And so I'm going to start with my baking soda, and to make the solution, I'm just going to pour about 3 spoonfuls in. And then for the hydrogen peroxide, I'm going to take approximately 1 spoonful, or however much you need to just make a paste is pretty much what we're doing. So you can kind of see that texture there. And I'm just going to take a toothbrush. I bought this for $1 at Walmart, and it's specifically for cleaning my nails, so make sure you have one designated just for that. And I'm just going to take a little of that, put it on the toothbrush, and get it into my nails. So I'm going to scrub on top and underneath. So once I get that solution scrubbed in there really well, I'll let it sit on my nails for just a few minutes, and then I rinse them. I'm using Nutra Naturals Nail Growth Serum. And then you just want to massage that into your nails and cuticles. After I apply my nail growth serum, I'm ready to do my oil treatment. So it's really up to you what oil you want to use. There's several good ones out there, like I mentioned. Or you could just go with a cuticle oil or cuticle, like this lemon cuticle buttercream from Burts Bees. That's a really good one. But actually, I'm going to go ahead and mix these two, I think. And you can feel free to mix your oils however you like. Like I said, there's several good ones out there. So I'm going to take my solar oil from Creative Nail Design and my Argan Oil. So just apply one drop. And that's good for one hand, so just spread that out over all the nails and massage that into your cuticles. And you would just do the same for the other hand. And once that's starting to absorb, I'm going to go ahead and apply my solar oil. And you can massage that all over your hands too, any excess that you have, and that'll also help moisturize your hands really well. And so I just let that absorb in, and usually I will let that absorb overnight. Sometimes I will do a hand cream as well. And if I was to do a hand cream, I'm not going to do that right now. But if I was to, I would use either my cocoa butter or my Burts Bees almond milk beeswax hand cream. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and let this absorb in, and I will be back to continue the manicure. Now usually I do my oil treatments at night so it can absorb all night long, but for the sake of this video, I just let it absorb for about an hour and then I rinsed it off. Now I'm ready to move on and prep for applying my nail polish. So I'm going to start again with my nail growth serum. Same thing, just massage that in. Once my growth serum has absorbed in, I'm ready for my nail strengthener. So I'm using my Nailtiques Formula 2. Now this does apply like a thin base coat, so this you don't want all over your cuticles. You want to make sure it gets right on the nails. For my base coat, I'm using Zoya Anchor, and for my nail polish color, I'm using Zoya Sweet. Now this is my favorite nail polish of all time. A lot of you guys already know that. And Zoya, in fact, is my favorite nail polish brand of all time. I usually purchase my Zoya at a locally owned salon. Now I know that Ulta apparently has some. I don't have an Ulta here, so I don't know what their selection is like, but you can always check that out in your area if you have one. Otherwise, just try checking your local beauty salons, beauty supply stores. You know, call around and see if they carry it. Otherwise, you can order right off their website online. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my base coat. Unfortunately, I just realized that I'm almost out of my Zoya Sweet. I'm having to scrape to the bottom here, so I'll have to skip that this time. I need to buy a new bottle of that. And instead, I'm going to use this awesome gold glitter combo. So this is one of my favorite combinations for gold. This is OPI Glycerin, and then for the top, I use this glitter. This is China Glaze Gold Digger. So I'm starting with glycerin, and when I do my nails, I like to start about 1 millimeter or 2 away from the cuticle and on the sides as well. I don't like to get too close because if I get too close, it'll end up getting on my cuticles, and I'd rather stay a little further away and not have to clean up my cuticles later on. I'm doing a second coat, but very thin. So I gave glycerin a few minutes to dry, and now I'm going to go ahead and apply my glitter. And for a top coat, I'm using Seche Vite. So you guys got to see my complete manicure routine and all my favorite products. I hope my tips were helpful. I hope they gave you some ideas for yourself. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. I always do my best to get back to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering where I got this cute pink crystal, I found it at Ross. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon.